So I'm doing a video about an issue I had with Blender, and it was basically DAZ 3D importing into Blender. And what was happening, I was getting this image, but it was all dotted out in the render when I went to go to render it and put it in a film. Now I figured out what was going on. Some of these materials, I guess, are kind of dummy materials, and I just imported this one, and if this doesn't crash, hopefully it doesn't crash. This is the outcome I basically wanted. This is a um, rendered object. Now, this is what I wanted. There's no lights or anything attached to this, but if we go to new and we open up the other robot, which I call yellow robot, and we make sure everything's set, the parameters are set for it to import, and we import it. Wait a few seconds. Okay, now we have the image. The image walks, and then we go to render it. We get a very pixelated image. So what basically I think's going on, when I downloaded DAZ 3D, I thought, since these kind of act as, some of these are dummy files, although they show a different color, which caused an issue for it to be pixelated like that. So this is the pixelated. We load, go to new, load, import, desktop, yellow robot 2, which is the good file, automatic bone orientation. Click that. Takes a few seconds for it to load. Hopefully it doesn't crash because I have multiple things running at the same time. And we're going to just delete the box right here, which I forgot to do. And we go around to the object, zoom in, and we go to render it. And there's the image. Now if we put a camera or a light, I'm going to go ahead and add a point, G to grab, circle around it, make sure it's going to get the front end of the, and we're going to go and render it. See, much better, much better. This is something I can use, I can work with, and I can put into movies and films and stuff that I'm kind of doing and playing around with. But that was a fix. Of course, I went through and I baked the image. Right click, bake the image, exported it, made sure I chose the correct file, and that's basically how I fixed that problem. Now I had another problem with that, or with the camera, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. When this object was created, I have kind of limited experience with 3D animation, but I'm kind of learning. And I went to go and I would add a plane so I could put a shadow on. Of course, we have to make sure the plane is kind of correct. That looks kind of correct. And this character does not like to be moved from this grid plane. So what I had to do to make this robot walking thing, what I had to do was hit 0 on the number pad and basically position the camera to basically what I was trying to do and rotate it. And hit 0 on the number pad and it and 0 again and just kept kind of adjusting it. The wrong thing there. Hit 0 again and I would go in and I would render it just to get the location and orientation correct. Now this particular one seems to have a shadow on, but I would have to go and make the shadow invisible to the plane, and I would just go to add materials and go down here to shadow and shadow only, and then when we were to go to render it, the plane would be gone. So I managed to solve those issues with DAZ 3D and Blender. And I'm kind of new to the 3D visual effects, but I'm slowly learning. I'm buying books and teaching myself, and just playing around with the ideas and so forth. So I think I overcame a lot of hurdles with this, and I'm going to post this video, and if it helps anybody, that's great. If not, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and talk to you soon.